We're synced. We're good. We just had a little house workout.
Yeah, thanks for that, man. Fucking gyms are closed down here
in BC.
It's driving me a little nuts.
So, when I was in rehab, I acquired all this gym shit. There's like somewhere like when the main pandemic hit, I acquired a fucking buddy made a squat rack for like $400, chin up bar, all that stuff. It's pretty like this mic. We were just talking earlier. This microphone is more expensive than that squat rack, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But buddy made this, and I have all these weights, and it was good, man. I probably gained 10 pounds in the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, same here. I had a lot of chocolates over the Christmas break.
Too.
And no workouts. I've done push-ups maybe twice. I don't know what it is, man. I like the bench press better than push-ups. I like being on my back, I guess.
Like being on your back.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Lazy man's workout.
Yeah. No, exactly. What is it? I remember. I can't remember where I was, right? And some girl was just like, she's like, oh yeah, he doesn't know how to fuck if we're saying all this. And I was like, what did you just say? She's like, what do you mean? It goes, don't act like you don't just lay on your back and take it for fucking 20 minutes. You know what I mean? I see you get on top, you give me 4 pumps. That's it. Oh, my legs are sore. Yeah. Don't be. I hate that. Yeah. He doesn't know how to fuck. Get off your back. Okay. 2022. Get off your back. Anyway, that workout fucking felt good, but I don't know, man. I was doing good. Gym's closed. When they closed at 20?
Yeah, right before the break. Right when I got the time off work so I can like hit the gym and like, you know what I mean? It was just like, no, you can't do that anymore. But I mean, if you get COVID after 7 days, you can go to the mall and fucking touch everything. But I can't go to the gym when I have to be double vaxxed and wipe everything down and wear a mask. A little fucked up.
I know. It's
a little resentful about it.
I was talking, I seen these guys working out at Walmart. They're in the aisle and they're just working out and they're like, it's ironic. They just go to the weight section and they're like, they're allowed in Walmart, but can't go to the gym. And, and they were like kind of getting it in, right? They're like working out and doing lunges and stuff. And I was just like, it's hilarious. I'm not against the vaccine, but I'm not for it. I was just like lazy. I just like didn't want to get it. I flew home, so I had to get it, right? Now I don't know if they're gonna give us boosters, all this stuff. I just fucking hate for like I couldn't. I was just had a 5-day. Snowstorm was on Thursday, so I've been off since like Wednesday night, and today is Monday, and it's like I'm bad, bro. When I'm like by myself and I can't work out or do anything, right? Like that's why I'm glad I got the home gym back going again. But like to not like get at the house and go to the gym, like you said, I had to throw a chocolate today. We were just talking about that. One of my buddies got me a set of headphones and shit, and then I should be using them, but it's all good. And then he got me chocolates, and then this morning, no, it was last night, I had to like throw them out. Like I ate probably.
He threw them out?
I ate 3/4.
Oh, I just dummied all my chocolates.
I ate 3/4 of them, and then like my time of like where I should stop eating, where I wasn't. This was like yesterday. I had to put the foot down. Don't think I was. This was like it's being a real piece of shit.
But yeah, aren't you on that like you're like you only eat for a certain window of days, so you can eat whatever you want. You can crush as many chocolates
before
as
the
you want.
holidays. I was.
I mean, I don't know how good of a diet that is if you can just crush chocolates for 3 hours and then fucking. But I'm good.
Yeah. It's good. It's under my calories, bro.
Yeah.
I when I got it, I like I felt sick in the beginning of December, maybe like the 8th or something, and then I literally. I was kind of just eating wide open because I got in a weird cycle where like I would like not eat, then I get home from work and I would eat, so it's been bad. So not doing the same new year, new me bullshit, but I'm not trying to get the fucking, obviously I'd like to look like a Greek god, but I'm just like, if I don't work out a little bit, it's really, I'm just like a little leprechaun, little short Irish cocksucker. Yeah, that's what we'll call this episode, short Irish cocksucker. So I was like, if I don't work out a couple times a week, I'll just gain weight. I gain weight so easy, man. And it's getting harder and harder to come off. So, that's where I'm at. We had a good little workout there. I always think of when you're working out, like, what are the names? Like, I'm like so quiet here, and then they probably just heard that. They're like, what the fuck is going on over there? We should like run the jewels and be like, come on, give me another one, right? Give me one more. So, I don't know. It's so strange. But it's good, man. I like, other than that, I don't get out of the house a whole lot. I go to work. I'm 12.
Oh yeah, I've been locking myself down. It seems like, and getting like I'm usually pretty motivated, but like fuck me, man. It was hard to stay motivated this time off. I was like, well, because like my routine shifted all. I couldn't go to the gym, and then I was like sleeping in, staying up later, and then I wasn't like, and then the markets were kind of like not really very good. So it's like, that was like, you know, I'd wake up at 4:30, trade for a bit, but it's like I just kept fucking losing money. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna sit this one out for the holidays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And eat chocolates and get fat. But right before the holidays, I was doing this. I have a buddy who's like a fitness coach or whatever, trainer, and I was doing this like challenge, like this 2-week challenge. I made it like 1 week. It was like I was like counting all my calories and like my macros and all that shit. I was counting everything, and like man, I was like full-time job. Plus I have a full-time job. Plus I was like, you know, training and stuff like that. So I'm just like, it was too much. And then like, but I was really good that week. I bought like this scale that checked like my body mass index and all that shit. And I was like slowly seeing it go down. I'm like, I'm feeling good. And then it's just like fell right off. Fucking the winter break hit. And I'm just like, you know, up like 10, 12 pounds. Body mass index is higher than when I started.
Yeah. That's what I know with the fasting. You like, fasting is great, but when I break it, I like make up for it within a week. So like I can be like good for like, let's say 3 weeks, but right off the deep end. And I fuck around a lot with it because I can't do heroin anymore, so I have no like.
Yeah, it didn't work for you.
It didn't work for me, right?
It works for some, but just not for you.
As much as I love it, that's the thing. It's just like I can't. Eating is definitely like a comfort thing now, and then during the holidays, bro, I don't say no to a meal. It's like, oh, I want to come over for some turkey, or like, like you're fucking right, I do. And then I like with the chocolates and all that stuff, like instead of like putting a boundary up or something, I'm just like, no, fucking right, so I'll take that home, or I'll bag that up. And I also
everybody was giving me chocolates and like baked goods this year, and I was just like, I was loving it.
It's definitely the time of year that it's definitely like the time of year to be doing that shit, right? Because like,
I overindulged though. You know what I mean? I'm like, I got addiction through and through. Since I don't do drugs, it's like
same.
Give me chocolate or
anything
or sex or fucking
whatever
TV.
You can, like, that's what I say, right? I can't have a package of gum. If I have a package of gum, I will eat every fucking piece of it within a day.
Yeah.
I'll be like in my car, like fiending, like I'm trying to get a line. I'll be like popping the big cell out, and like people will just be like, what's going on over there? Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'll suck your dick for some gum. So I'm just like
some bubba gum.
Yeah, exactly, right. No, so it was, I don't know, just to like bring it in perspective, and then I definitely like, if I don't work out, that means I'm not eating good, because I'll just be like, I have to have like
Cascades.
I have to. Is that what that is? What's Cascades?
It's that dishwasher detergent. No, you know, like Cascade, like Domino's.
Yeah. And man, that's the way I am. So I've been anyway. I'm gonna try to get that check, and I'm not even. I think I'm like 176 or something. I'd like to see. I'd like to get to like 160. 15 pounds isn't that bad, but to lose it healthy is it's like, what do we do, like a pound a week, I think, or something like that. If you're lucky, fasting will be a lot quicker. But I
was noticing a big change though when I like literally it was only 1 week I stuck with it, but like you like had like I had to have a certain amount of fats and a certain it was like hard to actually hit the macros, like the amount of protein I had to have in a day and just like the time of the day I had them, like I was ingesting so much more food, but like I was like losing fat and like gaining muscle like quickly. So that was like I was like eating like, oh, I need more carbs, so I'd have a couple like rice cakes to up the carbs because like 10 carbs per whatever,
yeah,
and then like a scoop of peanut butter, like chunky peanut butter for like to get my healthy fats in and shit like that. Like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, I gotta hit this macro right now. I was like eating fucking peanut butter.
I want some. You just remind me. I have like a jar of untouched peanut butter there, and if I had,
how do you start spooning it?
Bro, if I had remembered, I would have been spooning it the whole time. That's why I'm just like, as soon as you said it, I was just like, all I heard is Charlie Brown teacher. You're just like wah 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 wah, and I'm just like, there's a whole thing of fucking peanut butter over there. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna do better. You know what I have to? I'm really bad for I do my other things at one day at a time, but for some reason the gym I'm trying to live in the future too much, or like with eating right, I'm trying to live in the future too much. Instead of just trying to do it right for today, I'm trying to do it right for the whole week, or I'm trying to do it right for the month, and then I beat myself up when it falls. I'm bad for not just being like, all I got to do is just like wake up and not eat shitty today.
Yeah.
But then once I eat shitty, I'm like, well, I'll start again Monday. Like, instead of just like, I'm so fucking bad for that, man. It'll be like Thursday I'll eat out. I'll be like, oh, maybe Friday and Saturday and Sunday I'll eat out too. And then Monday, I'm always, and same with like the New Year, bro. It's like New Year's just another day where I'm always like, I'm going to quit drinking and drugging. on January 2nd. That's what I always say, right?
Yeah, because you need that day window there.
You
Where
need that day of hangover.
you gotta taper down.
Those are my Percocet days. Those are my Percocet Netflix days, right?
Yeah.
Eat perks all day on an air mattress. So romantic. I fucking but that's it's just like try to get after it, and we'll see what happens here. Having you over here working out was nice because it was a little like get the sets going and not be like I find I need like social accountability in my life, whether it's like you see my place sometimes it's upside down, it looks, you know what I mean, it's not like filthy, but I'm like a clutter bug, right? But the thing is like my counselor told me I have like social accountability, so like if I'm at the gym, that's what I like, because I'm like, okay, get off the fucking phone, get your sets in, and then you are like, let's say we're having a conversation, there's still some exercise going in there, right? Or like tidy up my place. So it is nice to like, I don't, even though we didn't work the same thing out, that's fine with me. I just like
some camaraderie doing it.
I think that's huge, right? And
yeah, like me and you go to the same gym, and like we don't usually even work out together, but we're just like there together, like, oh, stopping bullshit, and like, I'm doing chest, bro.
Yeah,
like, I'm doing back. You do back a lot.
It
seems that every time you're doing back day, I'm doing chest day.
You are. We're opposite.
Yeah.
The thing is what you see me doing back at the gym. The reason why I be doing that is because here I have like the bench and all that stuff. So because of work, if I was tired, I don't have all the lat pull down machines here. So if I do the fucking back workout, I can basically just do my chin ups, a couple things with the dumbbells, right? At the gym, they got all the machines there. So if I can only get there, let's say twice a week, let's just say after work or between meetings or whatever I go, I can make that happen. That's why back workout I like, because I can get it all in. And then here, if I just do push-ups and all that, it's good. But usually that doesn't happen. I just get to the gym fucking 3 times a week, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I got my legs all fucked up, bro. And I think of like, it was -12.
How did you hurt your leg?
I don't know how I done it, but it's like when I do legs, it feels like right where my action figure is, between like where my
your psoas,
whatever that is there. It's
psoas.
It's fucked, and I
Google it. It's a psoas.
Just want to make sure we're still alive there. When I work at legs, it like activates it, bro, and then it gets like jammed in. It's like right fucking here, and if you're listening, it's like the part where your leg connects right to your
hip flexor.
It's your groin area.
It's painful actually to like. Well, a good thing to do is like, you know, like a kettlebell, like the handle, like lay on that right in there and get it like right in there and like crunch your leg up and extend it. Fucking hurts, but it works. But it really hurts.
Bro,
Can I film you when you do it?
Yeah, exactly. We'll put it on our fucking OnlyFans. I get the bath of the Epsom salts, and it's like back to like, so like last week was like -12. It's kind of like weird for here, and I was working outside, and I was talking to my buddy Dan on the phone, you know, Dan Fortune, and I was just like, I did this in Alberta for 7 years, -35, and I'd have like a fucked up leg or something, right? But it's like, was usually on drugs the whole time. And it was only -12 last week, and like now I find everything so magnified where I'm climatized here. I've been here pretty much 2 years, right? And I couldn't believe like this fucking leg thing. When I was at the gym, there was this girl doing yoga, right? And she ended up looking at me like I was crazy, which I don't think she's too far off. But anyway,
well, you're probably just sitting there staring at her doing.
Yeah. Do it, sir.
You're just counting her reps for her.
I'm just eating chicken. Like in sweatpants, like yeah, that's it. Yeah,
just your hoodie on, but the tie tight, just like
yeah, that's it with a blanket on. I fucking I go up to her and I'm like, are you a yoga teacher or something? She's like, yeah, I am actually, right? And then she's like, I tell her what's going on, and she's just like, you probably shouldn't work out anymore. And she's like, why don't you go to a doctor? And I never have doctor on my radar. I don't know about you, but anytime I'm just like,
no, they never do anything for me.
No, I'm always just like, that'll pass. I don't know if because I don't want to go wait, or I don't know what it is, but I'm never like, and I was just like, why don't I go get an x-ray or something? Because I see my chiropractor about it, and it doesn't like, it might help it out a little bit, but whatever it is, man, it's like, I can't get it comfy. I can't get this fucking leg comfy. So I'm not sure what that is, but 2022.
That's age.
And that's what it might be, right?
There's a lot of things I can't get comfy anymore. Sucks.
She told me to do the child pose for like 10 minutes when I wake up. It's like the yoga one.
So have you been doing that?
No.
What the fuck, man?
Have I been rushing out the door to go build a high-rise in Coquitlam, screaming fuck? Yes, I've been doing that. Have I been making 10? Do I have 20?
Why are you late? Sorry, I was doing the child pose in bed.
Yeah. He's, you know, we're paying you, right? Yeah, but it's a child pose, boss. Child pose. And he'd probably be like, I gotta call somebody. He'd be like, what the fuck's a child pose? You know what I mean? This guy's fucking out there fucking breaking laws. So I don't know, man. Maybe I'm taking pretty good care of myself. The food is definitely on my radar for like I probably have something to do with binge eating. Like I definitely that's something to do with addiction is up there. And I was talking.
I know it's got something to do with you don't fucking eat for like 20 hours a day.
Yeah. But I did that for.
What's your window? What is your actual window of time?
Well, right now I just do 16 hours, so I'll eat from like 12 to 8 at night.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine. And
yeah, I guess that's kind of normal-ish. I don't know. I just eat like all day.
Yeah, I can't. My thing is I when I talked to my buddy, he made a good point, right? So the thing about like sex and food addiction is like you're going to do it. So it's like, so I'm abstinence from fucking drugs and alcohol, right? So I'm not just like, I don't need alcohol to survive, and I don't need fucking cocaine or heroin or fentanyl or anything to survive, right? So that's removed from me. So I'm not triggering an allergy. But with food or sex or anything that I can like really put wheels on and make it a problem in my life, it's like I have to eat every day. So that's why it's just like, that's why he was explaining to me why it's kind of like a hard thing to like really nail down for some people, especially for me, because it's like, well, I have to eat food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same with sex. It's like, now that thing is like turned up to the max where it's like, I don't know. I could just see like, when I think of like Mick Jagger and all them, like, they had all these other addictions going on, right? And then they had like the sex thing on top. I just like, you can really like, it's crazy we're just wired this way, man. And it all goes back to the package of gum where I can't like, I didn't realize.
This all falls back.
It does, right? Because I like never realized I was just like, I always just thought I just like was like a bit of a drug addict and not an alcoholic. But it's like, I am like, I just got that thing, man, that I just fucking.
You just overindulge in anything.
Addicted to more.
Yeah.
Addicted to more, right? So.
I actually went to an SA meeting once.
I'd be nervous to go to one, man.
Yeah, it wasn't that great, man. I mean, I went there and it was like a bunch of fucking dudes that just jerked off to too much porn.
Yep.
And I was like, this isn't really what my problem is. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And it was funny at the end. Some guys was like, oh yeah, they're trying to talk to me or whatever. And he's like, yeah, like trying to, wanting to be a sponsor or something like that, right? Because there's like literally there was like 6 of us, so we all shared. And he's like, if you want to take my number, I was like, nah, I didn't come here for dudes' numbers, and I just never went back.
Yeah.
But like, that's how sick I am, though. I went to an SA meeting hoping to, find someone as sick as me.
Find a candidate.
Yeah.
13 step and getting 13 stepped. What is it? I always think anger management. That's what they have the fucking the lesbian crowd in there. That's they're like the sex addicts. Did you ever see Anger Management with Jack Nicholson?
Yeah. Good show.
Yeah, and I love it. Like the lesbians, like they start fighting. Like, and they're like, they're hot. Yeah, it's so funny, man. So, no, but with the food and other things, I'm just gonna try to keep an eye on it. And if I can't control it, I'm gonna have to find something that can't. So that's for the new year. I just want to get my eating a little better.
What do you mean? If you can't control your food? What are you gonna find that's gonna control that for you?
Well, I might have to start going to meetings for it.
For food?
I might do like a set of steps around it, and because bro, it's like I'm not like I'm like. I got a little bit of meat on me. I'm not fine, but I just know, like, for me, I'm just like fucked when it comes to it. I have no like. I was so
You're
good.
Powerless over
powerless.
food.
I'm powerless over food, and I have a fucking mad sloth character defect. So I'm just like, do I want to like cook for myself, or do I want to fucking pay $70 for a mini pizza? Probably let's pay $70 for a mini pizza, and then Skip the Dishes brings it here, and I'm like, good job, buddy. You know what I mean? And it's like it's
sitting there in your underwear watching TV, eating pizza on your belly.
Yeah, this will be like next week, and I'll be like,
you're like, I had a bunch of shit to do today. I'll do it next week.
Do it next week.
Do it
next week, right? So that's where I'm at with that. But I don't know, man. This year I want to eat good. I want to get another motorcycle because I sold mine last year because I couldn't afford my insurance for my car and my motorcycle. And I want to, I got to get out of Vancouver area. Like I was home in August in 2021, but I'd like to go, like, I don't mean like, I'd like to go somewhere new in 2022. I'd like to go even somewhere.
New city?
Not to live, like a vacation. I'd like to go somewhere for 2 weeks by.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was planning on going to Mexico in February for Taylor's birthday, but instead I signed up for school. I start school on the 10th here.
6 weeks, 8 weeks?
10. FSR, field safety something. I don't know, for electrical. So it's going to be super dry, a bunch of code, and I'm not looking forward to it. But it's pertinent to me starting my own company so I can pull my own permits here in BC.
Fucking gang, Dad. Do you got a company name yet? You thinking anything?
No.
Don't want to give
Evolve Electric. Since I do everything Evolve, it seems like my trader handles Evolve Trader. My art page is Evolve Art, so I might as well do Evolve Electric. But it's a 3 instead of the E.
Yeah. That's why I love Dougie Snakes, because obviously that's not my company name, but like for my handle, it's like usually free. Anytime I go to make something, it's like Dougie Snakes. It's not like Dougie Snakes 9 or like Dougie Snakes fucking 1987. It's just like that shit is usually available, right? So I like that handle, and it's fucking, I don't know, I think it flows well, but I don't know. If I had a company name, what would I be? A plumber? It'd be like Doug's Plugs.
Doug's Plugs.
They'd be like, honey.
Dumping Dougies.
Yeah, dumping Dougies. Yeah. I'd have like some like dirty fucking quote. Be like, honey, that pervert's here again. Yeah, he's just here to do the sink.
Well, I mean, Dougie Snakes would work as well too, because you'd be snaking shit out, right?
Yeah. We're fucking. That picture of Caveman Discover Fire. That's just me and you right now. Yeah, you know what I mean. Coming up with the greatest names. I am also giving up video games, which, I mean, I know that sounds exciting, but today's my last day to play them. And of course, I'm busy as fuck, so I'm just like, I got to do a couple things. I got a counselor appointment today, I think at like 3 o'clock in like an hour and a half. And I got to do like my meeting and stuff tonight, but I'm just like, I just want to just fucking game out.
I actually just got back into video games, so.
Did you really?
Well, like with Oculus, like VR. I got this snowboarding one. It was made by the same guys that made Cool Boarders.
Are you
It's actually pretty tight, man. You gotta like move your hands, but like it's like I don't know. It makes you like it's really disorientating. Like when you're going, you feel like you're like you get off balance and shit like that. And there's like a trigger button you can press to do spins, but I just like to like spin. So it's like whoa, and you're like flying down the hill, and I'm spinning in VR.
Yeah.
I've run into a few things.
Yeah. What is it? I was playing that Super Hot game, and this is like a game where you move in slow motion until you do an action, and then everyone else starts coming towards you, right? If you ever want to just look it up, it's just a simple game.
No, I've seen it.
I fucking smashed that goddamn fridge like 3 times, so I had to stop playing it. Because I'm aware of the fridge and all this stuff, so I'm playing virtual reality, but then I'm like, I gotta like kill this last guy coming at me, so I'll just like swing, try to get him with an uppercut. Then I'm like banging stuff, right? Yeah. I'm just like,
I'm surprised I haven't smashed the shit out of those controllers yet.
Do you have a good space when you play it?
I mean, it depends how lazy I am, though. You know what I mean? Like, I can move this one chair to give me I'm pretty lazy then. Yeah, because I usually don't move that chair, and it's like one fucking chair. Yeah. But I do have a pretty decent space, even in my place. It's pretty open by the dining area there.
Bro, I tried did you ever see my room in treatment at Unity?
No.
I tried like playing it in there. It was like this. I had like this much space the size of the table to play VR, and it was like I was just like happy to be clean and sober with this like little VR there. But it was so bad, bro. I'm like trying to like swing around, and I'm just like, there's 10 other guys like living in the sobriety house with us, and they're like what's? Because I have my own room. They're like, what's going on in there? You know what I mean? And
just
then
knocking shit over.
Yeah, bro. I fucking I did a little VR porn research, and it's like. Do you ever see Total Recall? Arnold Schwarzenegger, Total Recall?
Oh, yeah.
That's where it's at. Like, it's not like, it's like, I didn't think I was like in this porn, but I was just like, but this is going to be like, it's probably already dangerous for some people, like the VR porn that they make now.
Oh, there's probably people that just live in VR porn.
That's what it is, right? And I was just like, I watched it, and I was just like, we were all watching at that. I remember we were all trying the goggles on at the sobriety house. We're all trying this on. And then there was like an older gentleman there, and he's just like, is this a fucking thing? And we're like, yeah. Then we just didn't see him for 2 weeks. I was just like,
you bought one?
Yeah, he's probably out on a tear, right? Just on East Hastings, jacking off with a VR fucking, you know what I mean? I need more Wi-Fi. I'll suck your dick for Wi-Fi. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll get back at it, Doc. Okay, guys, welcome back. What is it? You know what I want to voice before we get into that nonsense? So I did stand-up for the first time.
Right.
I did stand-up for the first time on the 23rd of December at a place called Land and Lose. And listen, this is how it happened. They had my fucking name. They made this like a little billboard thing. Like a little like print with everyone's name on it.
Yeah.
And my name was like, it was like this guy, it's like cats flipping birds, or I'm not sure what it was. And then like my name was like Dougie Snake. It was at like the top. It was above all the headliners.
Nice.
So
you have the best name. That's why.
Yeah. Dougie Snake's back. I have the best name. But the thing was, I was just like, I never was on stage before, right? Anyway, this guy, so I had a mutual friend, and then she set this whole thing up. And then is what this guy did. He was just like, he didn't think he could fill a full slot to be on stage for like 20 minutes, 25 minutes, whatever his headliner thing was, right? Mm-hmm. So he was going to give me and her an opportunity to do a 3-minute set. So it's like, I go to this fucking Lanaloo, which is like kind of like a divey place down in Vancouver here. But that's like where I would go drink.
Yeah,
like
down in the ghetto.
That's where when I walked in here, I'm home. like daddy's home, right? So I get there and I watch everybody. Anyway, I'm like the second last person to go on. So it's like all these like headliners go on and all this, and then I get on, and but he's just like, yeah, I'm going to give one of my friends here 3 minutes, and he goes, he's never done stand up before, and then I go up there,
lines you up,
yeah, and I'm like, this will be good then. I gotta, you know what I mean? I go out there, I filmed it there, I put it on my Instagram story and my Snap story, and I've been wanting to do that since I was probably 18, 19 years old. I'm 31. I want to do that for about 11 or 12 years, right? And when I had the opportunity, my mind was instantly like, bro, you don't got your bit perfect. Don't fucking go. Don't get it done, right?
Yeah, the bitch voice gets loud.
Started working on me again, right? And I was just like, it's never going to be perfect.
No.
It's never going to be perfect, right? So I just went and did it, bro. I wasn't even, when I got up there, man, I was like a little like bouncing around, but I did my 3 minutes. Got lots of laughs, man. It was good. There's only because that's when the lockdowns just happened. So like about half the people that were supposed to be there weren't even there. So but everybody there who was a comic. Mm-hmm. So it was like 20 other fucking comedians. They all came up to me at the end and they're like, that was fucking good, man. Nice. I keep coming back, and then I talked to this guy that kind of runs it, and I'm gonna get on like an open mic circuit. So back to talking about quitting.
There you go.
Talk about quitting the video games. That's what it comes down to. It's coming down to the like, I have to, when I have free time, I'll just fucking play that instead of writing jokes or instead of trying to do funny things. And I gotta like treat this kind of like a job, because it's weird, because it's like, to do that once, it'd be like, if you did stand-up comedy, I would look at you different. Not like in like a great way or bad way. I would just be like, this guy's just on stage telling jokes. I would think for me that's awesome. So I'm just like really going to start taking it serious. And a couple of people I know were like, come here and do it. Come here and do this, right? And
that's wicked.
Yeah, it'll be nice, right? I want to I'd like to, my goal for this year, so it's January, my goal would be like, I'd like to get like a nice 10, 15 minutes solid set. Just so I can like just go around anywhere in the city and do it, right? I'm not trying to go fucking coast to coast here in my first year. Like, I know where I'm at with it, but that's what I want to do. But it was just nice, man, that like, so before the year ended, I did film one episode in the TV show, and I got on stage to do stand up.
2021 was a good year, man.
It wasn't bad for.
It was a good start off, because I remember when you first met, you're telling me about how like you. Like when me and Dougie first met in treatment center, and
oh right, yeah, open book.
And I thought he was hilarious, right? And so we'd bullshit all the time. And he was telling me how he like wanted to do stand up and everything. And he was like, but he's just like, man, he's like, I'm too fucking scared to do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he wants to be a comedian, but he didn't want to like have anybody see him do it. So
I didn't tell anybody either. You tried to come. A couple people were like, where are you doing that at? But the night before, I shared the little poster thing.
Yeah.
As soon as I put it on my Instagram, I'm like, nobody I know better not show up. And then people are like, oh, I should have went. Or like, tell me when the next one is. I'm like, oh, I'll tell you. Like, I just didn't want anyone there because I thought it was going to be bad bombing.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
it's all that self-doubt,
I'm pretty
man.
filthy comedy, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen any of it, but I'm like pretty dirty.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, it's not good, right? I was just like, when I put it up there, like, but it's not people aren't surprised, but I was anyway. I want to like, and people wanted me to upload it like permanently, but I didn't want to, because I want to like work on that bit, and that's something I'm going to be saying for like, I think guys is what they do is like, you ever see like a Netflix special or something like that? It's like they go on tour and work that bit out for about a year or two. Then they film the special, then they don't do that shit again. So if that's it's like what I'm just starting, when I'm making these jokes, I just have to come up with stuff, and it's like, yeah, it's going to be repetitive, but I'm going to find out what works.
Yeah.
And I noticed like a thing.
Yeah, because it's not like you can't really tell what's funny. You got to be able to see the reaction from the crowd,
right? I can't like I will think something so funny, and I say it, and then there's like that weird like no one like I'm almost like waiting for a pause like to have laughs like sometimes, and like it doesn't happen, so I just keep talking, and I'm like not that it's awkward actually, right?
Yeah.
And then I think like that's what fucking stand up is, and I hear other podcasts talk about it, right? It's like you got to get on stage, and you got to make it happen, right? So anyway, I did that on the 23rd, man, and I was just like, I remember like, I'd be like dope sick in bed, man, like dying, and I'd be like, what am I fucking doing here? You know, I want to like chase these dreams, and I think I can like do okay at them, and I just like wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
So now it was just like, I'll be 2 years sober next Saturday. This Saturday coming up on January 8th, and I sometimes I'm so hard on myself, but then I realize like shit's coming along, man, and you got to show up.
Yeah.
I think 90% of it I've heard is showing up, and it's like if I don't like get out of bed and like write some jokes, and that's why I like the video games. Is like because I told my buddies like, you're so hard on yourself, bro. He's like, you're quitting everything, eh? And I'm just like, I know, but I want to do this so I can play video games every day, all day, 10 years down the road.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to be able to like be on a beach somewhere and do that. So
yeah, I was doing some reflection the other day, and I was like, I was coming to the realization that it's like I'm always in this state where like I'm like pissed off at myself for not living up to my self-imposed like abilities. You know what I mean? Like it's like I think I should be here, and then like I'm like pissed off that I'm not there. So it's like, but like that line always moves. You know what I mean? Like once I get to that place where it's like I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Blah, blah, I need to cut this out. It's like, okay, then I'll cut out the food, and it's just like, but then the line keeps going. It's like I'm never okay with where I'm at. It's always like it's like I see like I should be here, but I'm not. So I'm not gonna be happy until I get there. But then it just keeps fucking moving. It keeps moving. It's like, but like sometimes I'm fine. Sometimes I'm just like I'm okay with where I'm at. I'm okay with where my feet are. But then it's just like I get offside and I start fucking. You know what I mean? Like it's like I try to control the whole like outside world, which I can't.
Do you
control. Compare but that's the thing. I compare myself to myself is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I will compare myself to other people, but it's not even about that. It's not like I'm trying to do it to like show off. It's like, I want it for me to be proud of myself. It's like, I have to be at this like place where I think I could be, but it's like, the journey sometimes isn't like as enjoyable. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I just get like super like, especially with trading, because I'll have good weeks, then I'll have bad weeks. I'm like, oh fuck, I've been doing this for a year, but it's like I forget that like, yo, like I'm stepping into an arena with professionals that do it for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Like it's all the same arena, right? And so it's like, but I get mad at myself, like, why am I making these mistakes? It's like, oh wait a minute, because like this is where I'm at, right?
And you're fucking brand new at it.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's like, I find I'm always just like, oh, I gotta have this and this and
this. Yeah, I need it all right now. As soon as I think of it, it should be manifested.
Yeah.
But it's not the case.
And back to trying to have everything perfect. I always want everything to be perfect before I start. And but bro, I think self-awareness is definitely good, and it's definitely good to like grow like that. But it's like that motherfucker will get you down if you start. I compare myself to how in shape I used to be. I have to remember one time I was running like $1,000 worth of steroids a month one time. Yeah. And I'm just like, I got to get back to that. It's like, bro, you were doing like test 400, 3 shots a week. like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I was doing steroids. Yeah. And this went on for like 6 months. I was like 24, 25. And I'm like, I got to get back to that shape. And I'm like, you can't do fucking juice, bro. Like, you're not like, I'm not saying like you can't have like a nice looking body, but it's like, you were literally like, that's not natural what you were doing, right? Mm-hmm. So I'll get hard on myself like that. But I don't know. I think it's like when you're reflecting back on your trading.
No, I was reflecting back on everything. We did like for New Year's when my buddy Cham invited us over, we did like this kind of like this hippie shit. And like we like, I don't know, I won't get all into it, but I was doing some reflecting during it, right? And I was just like, I'm like, fuck. Because like I was like, where, like the last thing was like, where do we want to be in 2022? Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, sitting there and I'm like thinking back at 2021 where I wanted to be at the beginning of that year, right? Because I was like, you know, not even a year sober, and like had nothing, like, you know what I mean? I didn't really know what direction to go into. And that's the thing. It's like when I think I have the direction where I need to go and what has to happen for me, and it's like that's when I start not enjoying everything. It's like if I kind of just like chill and like let life kind of unfold and like be open to different doors opening, that's when I'm like okay with it. But it's like if I'm like determined that door must open, and if it doesn't open, I'm just like fuck that. You know what I mean? Flip it. So like I was reflecting on like where it was I thought I would be after 20. I don't know. I got high hopes, so I'm not exactly there, but like, you know, there's a lot of things where it's just like I'm a lot farther ahead to where it is that I want to be at like now than I was then, right? And it's like, so.
I was told that like.
But the line's gone farther now.
you'll always move that goalpost, just like the government with these fucking mandates or whatever. So I'm trying not to be resentful. But the thing is too is I heard that like I'm gonna be in a really good place in 5 years, and I always hear people talk about it like I'm in a really good place now, right? But I hear it's like that's not where I hear people talk about. That's not where I thought I was going to be, but it's still a very good place. Like I have all this like where I should be, and then where they actually are. It's like that's a thing. It's like I might not be exactly where I want to be right this minute, but I'm actually when I look back on it, I'm like, bro, I got my own place in like fucking in the Vancouver Burnaby area, and I'm like I wanted this from fucking the first week I got sober, but I knew I had to do some things to allow me to have at least this, what I have right now. So I have gratitude, but it's definitely like I'm told to be where my hands are, to be present. And when I start fucking thinking about the future, or I start thinking about anything, I don't know, man. It can get real dark real quick, and that's why I want to be able to. I definitely would like to travel though. I talked about. I just bought these microphones. The microphones are $500 each, right? This is what I want to do. I love podcasting. Yeah. But it's like that's
could have flown somewhere.
I've never been to Seattle. I can go there and back, right? You know what I mean? And I could like.
We can always just drive to Seattle and back. Maybe I'll drive. I don't know. Yeah. We've been getting we live in Vancouver here, and it's we've had a pretty good stint of snow and cold weather here.
It sucks out, bro. This shit got me down.
Like I have a Jeep, right? So it's like, and I got like good tires, so like winter tires on it, and it's got 4-wheel drive. So I'm just like loving it. Like it's so funny though. So where I live, like I'm in a valley of like 2 hills. So like my building, there's a big steep hill going this way, and then another steep hill going that way, and then that's like how you get into the parkade. It's so funny. So I roll out the parkade, and when there's snow, like people get stuck in that. There's no way out because it's a dead end at the other end there, right? So like people go down one way and then they can't get up. And like I saw one guy last year, like it was pretty smart. He had a van, and he like fishtailed backwards to like crawl up the hill. Yeah. But like I just come out with the Jeep, and it's just like I see people. There was like 3 people stuck the other day, and I see a tow truck coming down. And it's like.
The Jeep's wicked, bro. Yeah. When you picked me up on what is it, Christmas Eve?
No.
I felt like I was your woman. I felt right safe. You're like driving. It's like snowing out. You're like driving me places Jeep to Jeep, and I'm like Todd's protecting me. Todd is safe in person because he's strong, and he's on the road safe. He got this nice Jeep, and I was like he's a good man, right? And then I love my car, man. I drive a 1978. It's a GMC Caballero, just the GMC equivalent of an El Camino. I love that car, man. It's the first car I ever
that's
owned.
Not an El Camino?
It's a Caballero. They're both
looks exactly like an El Camino.
They're identical. They literally all the part. An El Camino fits it. It's just a GMC version of it, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, it got the wheels turning. I'm like, because this snow, it's usually not like this. This is like 1 or 2.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can't just like give up on your car because we're getting. It's like a freak 1 week of snow we get in a year, right?
But I'm just thinking like, it's just so shitty. And then you know what? I'm like, I think back. I talked about Alberta. I don't know how long I did this for, bro. Where I live is like this was like an average day in the winter, and what it was all last week. And I'm like, how the fuck did I do that day in day out, right? I don't know. And it's like with all the snow and. It's so random there. We're like, you'll be buried 1 week, or the snow won't last, and then you'll have some real harsh winters. But out here, when I first came out here...
Yeah, but out here, though, most people don't know how to drive worth shit when it comes to snow. No. And no one has winter tires, and it's like you got these guys with their low pros and their little rice rockets rolling around.
Underlighting. Yeah, that'll help me stop.
Yeah.
Those
and they're
down.
just like a tiny slope, and they're sliding through intersections sideways and shit, right? It's just like, oh my God. It's a good thing Jeep's got rubber bumpers, right? So get the fuck.
Yeah. What is it? Bumper cars. That's the thing. I wasn't even gonna get winter tires here, but then like my mechanic or whatever, he's just like, bro, if you ever get fucked up, the first thing ICBC, like that's an insurance company.
Yeah, they're gonna check your.
That's the first thing they look.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because like I talk so much about rehab and all this stuff or whatever, right? But when I would manage these houses, I always think like I treat it like the insurance company. Let's say there'd be a disagreement between 2 guys. I'd be like, before you got me out of bed at 3 a.m, I'd piss test both people.
Yeah.
Before I even give a fuck about why you're trying to fist fight over this guy for turning on a light, let's see if you just can piss clean. That's the old insurance trick, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Before you even get going here, do you got winter tires on? So that'd be the thing. And I cannot believe, so Burnaby and Vancouver and then Coquitlam, just them, it's like we'll have like full on snowstorm up in Burnaby. It will be nice downtown Vancouver.
Yeah.
It'll be green. It's fucking crazy to me, man.
Yeah.
I'm not used to this weather, right?
But you guys don't really have mountains out where you are, though.
No, bro.
Isn't it kind of open? But you guys get a lot of like wind and shit.
Yeah. We're like,
I've never been there. I'm totally ignorant to what. I've seen a picture once or twice. You know what I mean? Talked to a few guys up north because that's where they all work.
Yeah. That's why people used to flip. They'd be like, "Oh, you fucking Cape Bretoners are out here." I'd be like, "Because our work's done, buddy." And they'd be like, "Yeah, no, actually, we're all living in poverty. That's why we're all out here." So no, I would. It's very like there's like hills and like we got like Kelly's Mountain, nothing like out here like the Rockies or anything like that. But bro, where mine like where my parents live and stuff and where I grew up, it's like right on the cliff, like right off the ocean. So like the winds are fucking insane and
yeah, I bet.
I don't know. It was like winter is usually pretty brutal.
Is there surf? Do you guys surf over there?
There is. It's like the Point Machard. I think it's just outside of Halifax or around there. Mistake me if I'm wrong. There's like surfing, but it's not like anything out here.
I picture East Coasters surfing with like jean shorts cut off, like jean pants shorts. No.
No. It'd be more like with coveralls on. Yeah, and like rubber boots. Like fishing gear on surfing. Yeah. What was I gonna say? You know what I noticed though? Back home winters are brutal, right? But the fucking plows, everybody got a plow. Like whether somebody has one on their 4-wheeler or their truck, and then the city, that's like a thing. Like the main streets are plowed, bro. When I was there,
yeah, you guys are prepared for this shit.
We're actually prepared for it. Here, it's so bad, bro.
Oh yeah, man, my street still isn't like the one with the two hills. They don't even bother plowing it.
It's been 2 weeks.
They just let it go, and it's just like it's comedy for me though. But
yeah, so.
But and again, my girlfriend's getting a little stir crazy because she. Has a car with no winters on it. So she's like, I can't go anywhere. I'm like, well, I'll take you. You know what I did? So for Christmas, so it was like half lazy, but like half also not. Yep. So like, I just gave her like money, cash. And like, this is your present is you have to go out today. Like you pick one day and I'll give you a day and we'll go out and we'll hit wherever you want. And I'll go shopping with you. And you have to spend every dime of that. Right. Mm-hmm. So 3 Aritzias later, she bought a purse. No, because she wanted this one purse, but then couldn't find that purse because it was last year's model. So then she bought the purse at this one place, but then the leather was too hard. So then she called the next day, found a different purse. So then she went back, brought that one back, and she's ordered another purse. And so like this is like,
and you're in person doing.
She still hasn't spent the whole thing. I'm just like, yo, you had like one day. You had one day. The one thing you bought that was like the big ticket item, you brought back the next day. I'm like, cause like that's what I was like trying to like accomplish. This is like just like she's very indecisive. I'm like just like here, just go and buy something like whatever it is you want. Cause like you see how indecisive she is with this. Like man, if I would have got her the wrong thing, it would be like you know what I mean. She would have brought it all back anyways. So.
That's the concept.
But it's still going on. It's still going on, man.
But that's the concept of being beautiful, I guess. You got to have the right model for the right.
Yeah.
I literally everything I'm wearing besides this hat has been given to me besides my underwear.
Really?
Because I'm like bad with it, man. I'm like, and the thing is, I'm kind of getting away with it a little bit. I don't want to say getting away with it, but there's like, there's like vintage clothes are in, or like Value Village is like, when I used to go to Value
Village.
Village,
it's
like
fancier.
10 years ago, it'd be like, I'm not fucking going in there now. It's just like, yeah, I'll go shopping at Value Village. That's why I like it. I couldn't imagine being in them waters of like, gotta have the best shit or whatever, right? And I think about it because I obsess over this fucking getting the gear for the podcast, gym, or like tattoos. I'm always like, tattoos are my thing where I'm always just like, I'm dying to get tattooed here, but I love my best friend.
I need some more tattoos.
Who fucking tattoos me back home. So I'm always trying, because I want to get tattooed almost once every 2 weeks. Yeah,
my buddy who's supposed to be finishing this for like a decade now. Now we set up a time. He's like, I'm like, I get a hold of him and he's like, yeah, we'll get this done, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I'm planning on like going to Mexico for a bit. He's like, I gotta go buy, like, he just comes up with all these crazy ideas. And I'm just like, okay. And then like, called him like 3 days later. He's just like, oh bro, I'm in Mexico. He's been there ever since. I'm like, fuck man. Like this is how he is though. He's just like, he's always gone. He comes back. He's like, yeah, we'll totally do that. Yeah. And then like never does. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna get someone else to finish this.
Yeah.
But but I like his.
You want the consistency, bro. I don't like.
Yeah, exactly. He started it, right? You know what I mean? Like I actually have a few like pretty good friends that tattoo, and I know each of their strengths kind of, and I go to them for like certain things. You know what I mean? Like, and like so he was for this one, and he's just still. One of these days, man. One of these days when he's not traveling or in jail, well, I'll get him to finish it.
Listen to this. Don't drop this guy's name if you know, but the guy who started my leg sleeve, you see my leg? I got to start it?
Yeah.
he's in fucking jail.
Yeah, I know.
So
I know.
Don't say his name.
No,
but he's fucking. I'm like, I got, and I'm like, he got to figure shit out. And I love the guy, right?
Yeah.
But I'm just like, soon when he was tattooing me, I'm like, I remember he had an ankle bracelet on, and I was like, I fucking love this cat, but I'm like, I think he's gonna be locked up for a couple years. Bro. So anyway, I was just like,
he gave me this thing for like 2 hours, like a certificate for when I took like a year or whatever. He's like, yeah, 2 hours of free tattoo, and I like knew like what his court date was and everything. I'm like, I don't really want to get started right now.
Yeah, bro, maybe let you sort your shit out.
Yeah,
I didn't. He was just banging me out in the kitchen. Bro, during that heat wave, in the heat wave of fucking the summertime of there, 2021, it's like 37 degrees out. We got like a fan going, and he just like blasted my leg out down there, bro. But I was just like the manager of the place. It was like kind of on the up and up, you know what I mean? But I was like
living the dream, man.
Bro, I literally had a little moment. I'm like, this is like such a degenerate fucking thing to be doing, because I like love that chaos and that being dirty. So we're gonna another couple minutes to shut this down, but I'm just thinking, so this year I'm just like working on my stand-up. I'm gonna get a motorcycle. I am going to try to eat better and try to get in better shape. That's what I'm gonna try to manifest for this year. I don't know. I don't want to put you on the spot, even though I'm putting you on the spot. What do you want to
do? So the goal in the next 4 months to finally land a funded account. So I'm trading for a firm. I'm quitting my employment and starting my own company. I actually already have like pretty much the contract that it's gonna be like it's a big thing actually.
Sick.
So yeah, I'm a little nervous of that because I'm gonna have to hire a bunch of guys and like engineers and shit.
You'll do fine.
Well, I'm gonna have to figure it out. But so there's that's career wise. Obviously, get in shape and stay sober is another one, because nothing in my life I'd kind of build up very minimally and then tear it all down every time I got loaded. So the only reason I'm doing better at life right now is because I'm like not blowing all my fucking money on drugs.
Have you ever had this much sobriety?
Never. That's probably why my life's getting substantially better. That's my 2-hour candle alarm. Okay. So I know 4-hour candle. Yeah, every 4 hours a candle close.
So handshake, don't burn your house down.
Yeah.
Don't burn your life down.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. That's gonna be it for this episode. And listen. Get out there, enjoy your 2022, and we'll be seeing you. And if you like what you heard, man, subscribe, whatever you're listening to this on, Spotify or YouTube, and have a good New Year's. Little deuce. What do you want to do? You want to do a little peace?
Deuce.
A little peace?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thanks.